check it out! The graffiti on the wall is glowing! Masters of the Night Wind. And by the looks of it, masters of nightlife, too. Wonder if we're allowed in here. Oh, the door opened all by itself. Aw, the Tommy sword from earlier. It's really here. Then let's go introduce ourselves. Hello there. Okay. Probably doesn't understand what we're saying. Whoops! Sorry! No offense intended!
You there! You dare disrespect our elder? Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Apparently you are here by invitation. Some introductions are in order. I am Kaholam, one of the priests of our and this is our Iktomisor elder, the great Tlapokpoktitstato.
Whoa, that's quite a...
In truth, we usually go with Elder Tlapo for short. You're welcome to do the same. I assume you're Elder Tlapo has been alive for many centuries. But one thing I can say for sure is that Elder Tlapo has a
What sort of task?
If it's all right with you, I'll take you to see our chief. Very well. Then please. You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar, where don't worry, it's just one of the many mystical...
Whoa, what was that just now?
One of the routine duties of a priest. We attempt to contact this... the chief is just over there. Please, wait.
Well, the Masters of the Night Wind are definitely living up to their reputation as the mysterious ones.
All right, I've told the chief why we're here.
So, you two are the appointed.
So tall.
Unusually so. Yes?
Oh, no, of course not. Sorry, Paimon just reacted without...
Ah, yes. Kaholam told me about that. As outsiders to our tribe, throughout our history, only members of the Masters of the Night Wind have been appointed to...
Really?
Allow me to explain. Our tribe has an old tradition of recording not just our own history. We record the legends and it is a tradition we have observed for many centuries. However, when a major event occurs that affects all of Natlan, and these scrolls can only be woven by someone when the Iktomisor Elder senses a major change in the ley lines.
Whoa, so you mean...
Elder Tlapo sensed a ley line change quite some time ago. But...
Okay, but just so you're aware...
As a matter of fact, that does not surprise me at all.
How come?
In the 200 years that Elder Tlapo has held this position...
Does that mean 200 years of major historical events have...
No. They all submitted scrolls in time. Yet each of them claimed...
Man, this tribe gets more mysterious by the second.
Yes, well, the notion that we have to rely on esoteric things like gifts from the spirits to record it.
Huh. That's pretty surprising to hear.
I can imagine. You probably see the master, but I am something of an exception. I may be the chief. I have dedicated my energies to deciphering the many mysteries of our tribe.
Wow, that sounds great! So have you figured...
Sadly not. It is something I've been investigating. Only a small handful of events over the years have been recorded on these. And by the time the next Scroll Weaver is appointed, my time as chief will be.
So...
While I haven't gotten to the bottom of the matter, I have made some progress. But the only way I can develop. Precisely. It's nothing to be worried about. Simply a means of validating my current hypothesis. I can explain everything in detail when we get to the site of the test. But first, this garb is one of our important cultural relics, handed down by...
Oh...
Please, follow me. Do you see this scroll? If you touch it, you will enter a hidden... Today's test is, quite simply, to find a way to escape that space.
That's it?
I assure you, it's not as easy as it sounds. If you cannot... But then, we will be no closer to solving this mystery. Good. Simply touch the...
Whoa, we really did get teleported. It seems like this place is completely sealed off. Let's take a look around and see what we can find. There are so many woven scrolls here. Paimon remembers seeing some of them before. This one really stands out from the rest. For starters, it's the biggest of them all. Wonder what story it tells. Yeah, you're right. Over there, something just flashed. Traveler, did you catch that? Oh, right. Paimon's with... our ticket out of this place. Whew, we finally made it out.
It is just as I thought. Yes.
Sure did.
This specific kind of scroll was left to us by our ancestors. It is a most mysterious color that most people cannot even detect. Yet there are those who are born with a natural ability to perceive it.
You mean...
That space you just entered was an exhibition room for centuries ago. A great shaman by the name of Ziedrick it exists to this day. And although I have not managed to decipher how it works, once someone is trapped inside, it is all but impossible for them to escape without outside help. Unless they share the great shaman's ability to perceive that Clearly you must have this ability, which
Another secret power? Traveler, you're... Still, having this ability doesn't change the fact that...
Don't worry about that. The method for weaving this kind of scroll if my suspicions are correct, this dye is the dyeing process is also a little different from the norm. But I don't anticipate any...
Cool! We'll follow your lead!
Great! Then please use your abilities to source the necessary ingredients. We'll make a few sample pieces to test out my... If you agree to help, you can expect to be handsomely rewarded once this is all...
Agreed! Especially if there's a reward in it. What is the reward?
Given the stakes involved for our tribe, I was thinking...
more works too! Anyway, how do we go...
Thankfully not. I've already identified a location. Your guide is waiting just outside.
I brought all the stuff over, Coach. What's next?
All right, I'll start by moving.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this. These muscles aren't just for show.
Fine, as long as you don't wind up too sore to move tomorrow. I don't want to...
Just prepare to be amazed. Huh? My back. I knew I should have trained harder.
didn't expect to run into you. Of course, we're also here to help. Let's go see the chief.
Let's burn this breeze.
You're here, Eon-san. And you must be the traveler in Paimon.
Cold. I'm drowning! And there's something in the water!
He's on the ground, but it almost looks like he's trying to...
The abyss. The abyss is coming. There are eyes in my hands, and hands in my stomach. And my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me, too.
But we haven't been eaten.
Monstrous beasts! How did you get in here?
As you can see, their mental state is quite poor. They went missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done. We found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle. According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power. We've never seen the effects this heightened before. But maybe Gasoithoth was just too...
Gasoithoth? What's...
It's the abyssal monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our ancient legends, we...
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't we...
True. It poses no threat to us now. But whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago.
Right! You can purify abyssal power! It didn't work?
That must mean purifying the abyssal power within them still isn't enough.
So, what can we do now? You don't tell me.
Come back to me, Gogeta! Please, don't leave me like this!
We beat Gasoithoth! They survived the battle! Are we really
What is it, Eon-san?
But,
Are you sure about this?
My... underwater. Where is it coming from?
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No. No, wait. You have to leave this place. The water... No. Please, Duarte.
Oh no, it's not working!
My friend, is he any better? Duarte. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion. Otoko almost drowned as a child. He dove deep into the water and used all his strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go, but both of them made it in the end. Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an abyss invasion. He was helping evacuate injured warriors from the front line. He was a bit on the smaller side, but... Well, hold on. What are you planning? No problem.
We're back! How are you feeling?
Duarte? How did you get here?
It's working!
That hurt. Duarte, you have to get out of here. There's some... You're gonna carry me out of here just like last time. Over a decade later and you're still trying to save me. I can't... Once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know. No. Wait. Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Otoko!
He's Kaylee. What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss. You went through all that for me? Well, all I did was... Thank you.
It's no use. It'll just come back. It will devour everyone.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be... She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense.
Ion-san, I heard you cured Otoko? I'm so relieved. I think you're onto something. The mental distress does seem to be... Kochita doesn't like it when people talk about her past. Ion-san. Then, what about people destined to be... When Kochita was little, her parents died fighting the Abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood. Kochita trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting Abyss monsters too difficult to handle.
But isn't Kochita one of the warriors who fought the Abyss? Didn't you find...
Yes, we did. You see, something changed by the time the guards rushed to the scene. They found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembled, and the Abyss monster dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating the same thing. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation as a very... We all thought she overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her.
How can we help her?
Quali?
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali. That monster is already...
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want...
Family? If Quali goes to battle, I can't let that happen! I have... But it's useless. No one can beat the Abyss. It's a death sentence. Just like what happened to Mom and Dad. But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward.
Kochita...
Fight it. One...
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone.
There's no turning back. I have to face...
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister
You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always... But I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night. The raging fire, the smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cry. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running from my fears ever since. But why didn't my parents run?
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down. No ma-
Stay away from my brother!
Let's help her out!
I can do this. I have to do this.
Let me slide.
Go away!
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding? That's impossible. They were gigantic. No. Wait. What am I saying?
She's back to normal!
Kuchita!
What just... That is... I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like...
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me.
Is that so? Then I finally feel like myself. I think I'll rest here for a bit.
I'll keep you company. I'll fight by your side until every last monster is gone.
That's very brave of you. But you know what would make...
Kuchita is getting better, too!
So all those rumors about the Traveler really are true.
Atoko's all better. Did you hear?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to...
Koichi, give me a hand for a sec. Right. Koichi's not... She's not here anymore.
Yeah, honestly, Paimon was at a complete loss. We only found a solution this time because you kept her cool and... Whoa, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. Paimon could do, but... Oh! Well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged it. You're amazing, Ann-san. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible.
Ian-san, bad news. What are you doing, Uncle Lin? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. The warrior... Oh,
Careful! He's not himself!
Hokotlan!
Farewell!
Delve into destiny. Hey, it's okay. We're not the bad guys.
Come on! Give me your worst! Wretched Abyss! Mom, Dad, we're gone. This is my final battle!
Please, son, you've got to stop. You can't keep going like...
wretched monsters. Give me my family back!
Look, Uncle Lan! That's your father!
Get out of my home! I'll never forgive you!
Are you all right, sir?
Please, don't hurt my son. He's...
But what should we do now? He's different from... He keeps calling us monsters. We're
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Huh? That voice!
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, however, there are also those who are so far gone, entrenched in hallucinations so deep.
The draft of...
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including this man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is, if you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wretched monsters! Setting up to give me your worst.
Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's in his mind. All his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain.
Monsters! What's going on? My head hurts. I just had...
It's all right, my boy. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for...
Just Capitano is fine.
I owe you more than words can say, Mr. Capitano. My name... Time to go, son. Can you stand?
Thank goodness everything turned out all right.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so this is merely a part of that. Besides, I care deeply about this land.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended...
That's right. My desire to protect this... When my platoon arrived in Natland 500 years ago. Like you, we were true outlanders, though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced. They were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, my work in Natland remains unfinished. It may seem difficult to understand. That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natland. Yet, I failed.
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is...
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events of the past continue to collect dust in the annals of history.
Like, with the draft of lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The drought was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor. We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss, in order to develop a treatment as fast as possible. Guthred used himself. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people, even now. The Abyss...
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
You're more perceptive. However, some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together.
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? I'm starting to think we should be more...
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer... All I can tell you is this. Natland may have served, and that is why my work is not yet...
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to trust you.
If you have other questions, I'm willing...
Wait. Like, Hana wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price, even now that the war's over and the threat to Natlan is gone.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But if that explanation is too difficult to understand, well... The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself. Faced with such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist. But I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable. So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Oh, did something happen?
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best of luck to you all.
So in the end, the captain still hasn't told us his real goal. He kind of reminds Paimon of someone we met recently. Oh, right, the Lord of the Night! They just seem so tired, you know? Since they've both been alive for many centuries, do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long? Let's fly! Kanich, Kachina, Mualani? Woo! Everyone's here!
Reunited at last.
I brought candy and cookies to share. Of course we missed you. Ooh, you brought swords.
Ah, just in time, traveler. It's so stifling in here.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here?
Huh. To be honest, I also didn't expect this many people to. A third of this amount is more than enough for my plan. I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help the. Oh, you brought the pilgrims. Okay. The progress looks good.
Sorry I'm late.
Chaska showing up late for something? That's a first.
I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before the Pilgrim's Cross. Your words will be recorded and become a part of the Traveler's ancient...
Nope.
All right, then to start things...
Hold on. Remember...
Oh, right, I almost forgot. Traveler, Paimon, you can't be here for this part.
Huh? But why? We want to hear whatever...
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's best if the subject in question... It's much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough more to pay for her meal, but she's too embarrassed to tell the Traveler, so she has to make up some excuse. So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take...
Everything Shilonen said made sense, but did you see Seat Lolly's reaction? But staying out here is just making Paimon... Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name soon. Ooh, that's so you're right! If only Paimon could say a few things about you in that...
Well, looks like you're about to have that chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost. We're just missing one last thing. You've been by the Traveler's side the longest.
But Paimon's not from now.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a Traveler's companion, your contributions... sorry, Traveler. I just need to borrow Paimon for a... Paimon gave us a lot. Whew. And I mean a lot.
Well, we've begged us...
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name unlike... I'll need the Pilgrim's Chronicle back when I'm ready to forge the name. I hope everything will...